I think I think Christian wanted to talk about this.
Oh man. Yeah, dude, I don't know who has part of that, but yeah, I saw that there's a little bit of that going on with that dude Luis R, something like that.
Hmm.
So apparently, Danny, there the
Before you even start,
This is
I'm
Don't
okay
Mind
with
Us.
that.
This is Don't Mind Us. Go ahead, Christian.
hold on, Danny, hold on.
The show just transitioned.
No, well, I guess what's going on over there, some guy, one of the guys, one of those Peso Pluma guys, he was having a concert. Those guys are famous for having the narco music, but apparently they're getting pressure from your girl Shine Bomb, and she's telling them like, "Hey, none of that, no more praising Narco Corridos, none of that." Um, and apparently, someone told us, again, I haven't dove into it, but they said that when they come over here, they're also getting the pressure from the U.S. government saying that don't fucking sing those songs over here, dude. We're gonna take your visa. You know, I don't know how true that is. That sounds like overreach. That sounds a little crazy because just the way rap is. We've got. I don't know. Again, censoring anything is bad. I
Yeah.
don't know, Danny.
Yeah, yeah. First Amendment.
You
Um,
know,
If that
and
black lady,
Mexico could do
if
it.
that black
Mexico could
lady
do
can
it.
record her arrests, they can sing
Yeah,
some
man.
corridos.
you could sing whatever you want to sing, and I can listen to whatever I want to listen to.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So, if I don't
Yeah.
want to hear that, I don't have to.
So,
How
so what I'm saying is,
Unless
it's
you live across the street from me and you're bumping it all day long while I'm trying to cut my damn grass.
Brother, this is a HOA. It's 9 p.m. You better turn that off. You better put your trash cans out too because tomorrow's Thursday. They don't come around twice.
Tracas. But no, it is the Mexican government, the one that's pushing the implementing bans on the corridos.
And that's
Um,
fine because they have a
that's
serious problem out there and they don't got the First Amendment.
they
They can
don't,
do whatever they want. But over
Claudia.
here,
Yeah,
yeah,
here, like you said, they've been kind of, in a sense, threatening to revoke, but I don't even think America should be threatening, because it's music. I get it. People don't. There's a lot of people that don't like rap. People don't like country. People don't like corridos. People don't like. You know what I mean? Like kind of what you said, Danny. It's like you can choose what music you can listen to or not. You know what I mean? If we're forced to listen to all this, then maybe people might have their, like, no, maybe we shouldn't
that
be
is
listening to this.
gay.
But you know, I don't even think America should be threatening censorship of music just because of the First Amendment. But we also do get into that, like, well, they're not American citizens. You know what I mean? So it's like, do they have the right to say what they want to sing about here?
Exactly.
You know
And
what I mean?
that's gonna go ahead and make me say the next couple things on my teeth closed because I'm talking through my teeth. That
All right.
Palestinian guy that they took, maybe they shouldn't have taken him. Maybe they shouldn't have taken him after all, and he was just protesting like everybody else, just like you're allowed to do. But you're not a citizen, brother. You got a tippy toe. You got a tippy toe now. So you understand. I understand. Hey, there's a lot of good
Are you
points.
talking about the pro Hamas
Yeah, that
situation?
guy. That guy.
Look,
Not a
there was a
citizen.
good, there was a good analogy, a good example given. Okay, so well, let me put it to you this way: whenever they were doing their interview to get their visa to come over here,
Mhm.
if they would have said their true intentions or their intentions or
Right.
support of a terrorist group, they wouldn't have gotten the visa at that moment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Agreed?
that's what Rubio said. He said, if we would have known your intentions that you were gonna be put vamonos, you would have never got it in the first place.
Then someone used the argument maybe he felt or he or she felt that way at the time of the interview and their opinion changed. It
Mhm.
doesn't change anything because you're still on a visa. Not
Mhm.
a citizen. And if those are your intentions now,
Mhm. Well, I
you're
guess
gonna chant death to America, and you're in America, and you actually can cause harm.
Brothers
well
can't say dead to America no more.
They could chant it as much as they want
you
outside
can.
of America.
And
Christian, you
I
can. You're an
can.
American citizen. You
I
say what the fuck
can.
you want to
Yeah,
say.
you can.
I can.
But look, now it makes
I
me think,
won't.
based on everything we're saying, right? Because a lot of those artists do have visas here, right? They're not citizens. And they did basically uh, classify cartels as terrorist groups.
That's also true.
So
Yeah,
you're
but
kind of
see,
ending up in the same.
but they're not part of the cartel.
Mhm.
They're artists.
Well,
It's
Mhm.
it's that's what rappers say
but what
too.
if? But what if those people that got their visas taken away say, "Well, I'm not part of Hamas. I'm just an
I'm
activist."
just gay. I'm a gay little protester.
You know what I mean? Like it's kind of it
Yeah,
could
but
be slippery slope.
you could only say that so much
Yeah, that's true
after,
too.
whatever you're posting, whatever you're showing support for, all the
I,
history.
I guess if I had to choose one, it's like, yeah, if you're supporting a group
Get him
that
out of
says
here.
that to America, get out. Now,
Get
if
him
you're
out of
supporting a
here.
group that's maybe glorifying selling drugs, and I mean they're both,
They're
I
all,
I don't
It's
know. It's all
horrible
bad.
music.
Yeah, it's horrible music.
Catchy.
but we have it here too.
I
You
like
make the point.
guitars.
You make the point. Rap is the same thing, dude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look, at the end of the day, and I know we're gonna sound like old men, is that when you listen to certain words, it imprints images, whether you want it or not, subliminally or literally, and it alters your way of thinking, your state of mind. You might say you like the beat, which I do,
Mhm.
but you catch yourself saying, here, like the
Ugh.
first time I actually listened to Lil Wayne,
Lavada.
and I was like, the things that this guy is saying is demonic, man. Like only a sick person would come up with lyrics like this.
Mhm.
Mhm. But the bass sounds so nice.
But the bass sounds so nice. And you guys might think that I'm kidding, but back in the day, when you had to buy CDs, I would buy instrumentals. Like I
Mm.
had the Chronic in instrumentals,
Oh, that's a good
some of
one.
Too Shorts in instrumentals, and
Mhm.
stuff like that. Because
I,
I don't mean to
are you
sound like
sure?
you're an
Are you
old
sure,
man.
Danny? I'm pretty sure when Dan for the audience, when Daniel and Danny were listening to rap, when rap was around their time, it sounded like a hip hop, a hippie to the hip hip hop.
That's a
No,
little bit early for me. But right
Well,
after that,
when we listened to hip hop, they were using words. Nowadays, I don't know what the fuck they're using sounds.
hey, dude,
I don't
for
know.
Young Thug.
But no, I mean it's to each his own, right? If you don't want to listen to that music, you know, corridos or whatever, don't listen to it. If you don't want to listen to rap, don't listen to it. As much as you like it or don't like it, I
You
think
probably
just
shouldn't listen to it.
yeah, just don't listen to it, and then it won't. You know what I mean? It won't gain the traction that it gains. Just whatever. If you like country, just listen to country. You know?
You will almost guaranteed have a better life if you don't listen to rap or corridos or something like that.
Yeah, but
But
you decide. You know what I mean? You have the freedom to decide if that's what you want to listen to or not.
Mhm.
So because then it gets like you said. Right now it's corridos, right? But then it could be rap easily. Then it could be movies.
Yeah.
How many movies or shows glorify that whole narco?
all of them.
There's literally a
Look,
fucking show called Narcos.
Yep. So no more season 3. You throw that out. No more season 3 in Mexico.
Damn, I
look,
wanted the Chapo stories
thi-
too.
this is what I was going to tell you guys from the
Chapo.
very beginning. they're approaching Shine Bomb, or however you pronounce her name,
Mhm.
is approaching this in the
She was
wrong way.
Jewish.
He was Jewish.
Let them play the music as much as they want. Just fix your knuckle problem in your country.
Yeah.
Mhm. Maybe you label them as terrorists too, dude. What the fuck? What you coming at them for, dude? You go at the narcos, dude. The
You're going at
funeral,
the artist instead
yeah,
of the actual
yeah.
problem.
Go to
Mhm.
the funeral sites,
Because
dude.
the artists are the ones influencing the
Mhm.
criminals. It's the
Yeah.
other way around.
Well, if banning Peso Pluma gets rid of that fucking little circle haircut, yeah, so be it. So be it.
Oh god. Well,
She should do that instead.
yeah. Ban the haircut.
And the
That
haircut.
would make more sense. And it'd be easier to enforce.
Yeah. Just cabrón.
Instead of walking around, officers walking around with guns, they're walking around with scissors and clippers.
Mhm.
Clippers.
Get my cut. That haircut.
That's so gay. I hate that haircut,
Get
dude.
my cut.
Different times, dude. Who would have made fun of those kids?
We used to
We
get that
still do.
haircut on
We still
accident,
do.
dude.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was if you messed up, not on purpose.